Hi friends, in this video we will understand profitability ratios. So what is profitability and from profitability ratios what do we measure? Profitability ratios measure the profit making capacity of a business. So it is very obvious and it's a very simple thing to understand because these ratios just measure how efficiently business uses the capital that is invested in it. A business must be able to earn adequate profits in relation to the capital invested in it. The efficiency and the success of a business can be measured with the help of profitability ratios. These ratios also measure the various aspects of a company's profitability. So profitability ratios are also known as income ratios. Under profitability ratios, we learn about 7 different ratios. So let's see them one by one. So gross profit ratio is, we all know what gross profit is. So in gross profit ratio, we try to understand more about gross profit. And then operating ratio is an expense or a cost ratio. It's not about profit, but it's about the operating cost. So more like operating cost ratio. And then net profit ratio is about the net profit. Operating profit ratio, you might not have heard about operating profit, but in this we will learn about what operating profits are. Earnings per share. Okay, earning per share is the profitability ratio that measures from the owner's point of view. And price earning ratio, again it measures profitability from the perspective of owners. Return on investment is a profitability ratio that measures profitability from the perspective of an investor. So first thing is gross profit ratio. Let us get into gross profit ratio. This ratio measures the margin of profit available on revenue from operations. It shows the relationship between gross profit and revenue from operations. Revenue from operations is nothing but net sales. So gross profit ratio talks about the relationship between gross profit and net sales. What will be the gross profit ratio formula? It is gross profit divided by revenue from operations into 100. We will understand the items of the formula. First thing is gross profit. The profit a company makes after deducting the costs associated with making and selling its products or the cost associated with providing its services. See friends, revenue from operations is the net sales. So whatever is the cost that is incurred to create that sales or to make that sales, all of those direct costs is cost of revenue from operations. So gross profit is nothing but revenue from operations minus cost of revenue from operations. And next, revenue from operations is the operating revenue that is generated by a business. It can be defined as the income generated by an entity from its daily core business operations. So here you need to segregate between what is the income from core business operation and what are the income not from core business operations. You could have some income like income received from rent, maybe letting your factory premises on rent. You might have earned some income. So those incomes are non-business non-core business operations. So those will not get added here. Revenue from operation is the income that you receive purely from your core business operations. So revenue from operations is equal to cost of revenue from operations plus GP. This is just shuffling this formula. We get this formula. And the significance of GP ratio. So there is no ideal standard fixed for this ratio. We do not have an ideal ratio for GP ratio. So the higher the GP ratio we have, the better it is. If we have higher ratio, it means that we are more profitable. So GP ratio should be adequate enough not only to cover the operating expenses but also to provide for depreciation, interest on loans, dividend and creation of reserves. Some GP ratio should be, or the gross profit that a business earns should not only cover the operating expenses, it should also cover non-operating expenses and other expenses, so that there is something that is left for the owners at the end. So if GP is just enough to cover operating expenses, then what will be left for the owners? They will not be left with any profit. So that should not be the case. You should have adequate profits enough to cover all the expenses of your business. And GP ratio is expressed in percentage. That is why in the formula itself we had GP by cost of revenue from operations, GP by revenue from operations into 100. Interpretations: if we have a lower GP ratio, then there could be various reasons why we are having lower GP ratio. It could be because there is increase in operating cost without proportionate increase in the selling price. If the operating cost is high, there is an increase in the operating cost, but the selling price did not eventually increase, then what will happen? The profit will get reduced, the GP will get reduced, and thereby leading to a lower ratio. And there is a decrease in selling price without proportionate decrease in cost. This is just the inverse of this case, because when there is a decrease in selling price but there is no decrease in the cost, then also the GP gets reduced. And another reason could be misappropriation, theft or pilferage of inventory. What if in the business you have when you calculate there is a sudden drop in GP ratio, then the possible reasons could be this also, because when inventory gets misappropriated or there is a theft in inventory, what happens? The closing inventory gets reduced, thereby decreasing the GP. So GP ratio also comes down. And one more reason could be fall in the prices of unsold goods, thereby reducing the value of closing inventory. This is also obvious reason, because when there is a reduction in the price of closing inventory, the value of closing inventory will come down. When the value of closing inventory comes down, the GP comes down. When GP comes down, GP ratio also reduces. Higher ratio can denote the following things. If it is just the inverse of lower ratio, we will anyways see what they are. Increase in selling price without proportionate increase in cost. When selling price increases but there is no increase in cost, then what happens? It's a good situation, it's a good sign. So GP increases. So when GP increases, ratio also increases. Same way, there is decrease in operating cost but there is no decrease in the selling price. Increase in the price of unsold goods, thereby increasing the value of closing inventory. So when the closing inventory, prices of unsold goods lying in the closing inventory increases, so what happens? The value of closing inventory increases. When the value of closing inventory increases, there is an increase in the GP, and thereby the ratio also increases. Next, we will see one illustration for GP ratio. Yes, it is illustration number 74. Calculate the gross profit ratio from the following information. They have given certain items. Credit revenue from operations is given as 3 lakhs. Cash revenue from operations is given as 25% of total revenue from operations. So it's not given directly. It is given as a percentage on the total revenue from operations. Next we have purchases, and then we have excess of closing inventory over opening inventory. So something like closing inventory minus opening inventory is 40,000. Now we have to find out the GP ratio. So for GP ratio, we need GP and we need revenue from operations. Firstly, to find out GP, we need the total revenue from operations and cost of revenue from operations. So the difference between revenue from operations and cost of revenue from operations will give the GP. Now from the question, if we say total revenue from operations is 100, then the cash revenue from operation will be 25, because it's given cash revenue is 25% of total revenue from operations. So if total revenue is 100, cash revenue is 25, what will be the credit revenue? It is going to be 75. So if the credit revenue from operation is 75, total revenue from operation is 100. So if the credit revenue from operation is 3 lakh, then what is the total revenue from operations? This is direct proportion, and we find the answer to be 4 lakh rupees. What is the cost of revenue from operations? For calculating cost of revenue from operations, we have a formula, and that formula is opening inventory plus purchases minus closing inventory. When we just put purchases first, what will be the formula? It will be cost of revenue from operations is equal to purchases plus opening inventory minus closing inventory. So it will be purchases plus opening inventory minus closing inventory. In the question we have purchases, so we can directly take purchases, but with the purchases we have to add opening minus closing inventory. Do we have opening minus closing? No. In the question they have given us closing minus opening, so they have given reverse of what we need. So what should we do? We should subtract it from the purchases. If it was opening minus closing inventory, you will add it to purchases. Purchases plus opening minus closing, or purchases minus closing minus opening. That is also correct, right? So that way we have 3,20,000 minus 40,000, that's given in the question. We have 2,80,000 as the cost of revenue from operations. Now we can easily find out the GP. GP is what? Total revenue from operations minus cost of revenue from operations. We get GP to be 1,20,000. Substituting all of this into the formula, we get a GP percentage of 30%. So GP percentage in this question is, the answer is 30%. So with this we are done with gross profit ratio. Let us move to the next ratio. Next ratio is operating ratio, or otherwise we can also tell this as operating cost ratio, because this is not about profit, friends. This is a ratio that talks about expenses and cost. We will see we will go in depth and understand what this is. Operating ratio indicates the extent of revenue from operations that is absorbed by the cost of revenue from operations and operating expenses. So naturally, what will be the numerator? Operating ratio will be equal to cost of revenue from operations plus operating expenses minus operating income divided by revenue from operations into 100. So this is the formula for operating ratio. So friends, cost of revenue from operation is the total cost that the business incurs to generate sales. So that is included, and we to that we add the operating expenses. Operating expenses are the for the operation of the business, whatever expenses is incurred, that is also added to the cost of revenue from operations. Why do we subtract operating income? Because say for example, friends, if we are producing something and we receive a byproduct from the production of that particular finished good. So what do we do with the byproduct? Naturally, we will sell the byproduct. So what is that income? It is income from byproduct. So that income is an operating income. So can we tell that operating expenses is, for example, we have some operating expenses also incurring in that business. So we have to take the net operating expenses, not the operating expenses alone. If we have to take the net operating expenses, then operating income has to be reduced. That is why we have reduced the operating income in this formula. Cost of revenue from operations we have already seen in GP. In GP ratio, again I'll just tell the formula again. Cost of revenue from operations is equal to opening inventory plus net purchases plus carriage plus wages plus any other direct charges minus closing inventory. There is another way of calculating, that is net revenue from operations minus GP will also give you the cost of revenue from operations. Next, what is operating expense? Those are expenses that a business incurs through its normal business operations. So operating expenses could be employee benefit expenses, depreciation, amortization, other expenses. Other expenses meaning office and administration expenses, selling and distribution expenses, discounts, bad debts, and all of those will come under operating expenses. Next we have revenue from operations. This also we know from the GP ratio itself. We can I already told you in the GP ratio. Anyways, we will just see the formula. Revenue from operations is equal to cost of revenue from operations plus gross profit. And see friends, for calculating operating ratio, we need not consider non-operating expenses and non-operating incomes. So both non-operating expenses as well as non-operating incomes are ignored while calculating this ratio, because the name itself says it all. It is operating ratio. So all the items that are not relating to operation will be excluded or it is ignored while calculating this formula. This formula is calculated in percentage. And interpretation, lower formula denotes high margin of profit on revenue from operations. In GP ratio we saw that if GP ratio is higher, then the business is more profitable. In operating ratio we have to understand that if the operating ratio is less or lower, then we can say that the business is more profitable because it is an expense or a cost ratio, cost related ratio. So the lower the ratio is, the better it is for the business. So higher ratio denotes low margin of profit on revenue from operations. Let us see illustration for operating ratio. It is the illustration number 81. They have given profit and loss statement and they have asked us to compute the operating ratio. Let us just go through the profit and loss statement. Revenue from operations, to that they are adding the other incomes, and then total revenue, which is this plus this, less expenses. They have expenses like purchases of stock in trade, then changes in inventory of stock in trade, then employee benefit expenses, finance costs, depreciation and amortization expenses, other expenses. So adding all of this, they have received the total expenses. So this is the total expenses, this is the total income. From the total income, reduce the total expenses and you get the profit before tax. Okay, so this is the given profit and loss statement. And other expenses, they have also given a notes to accounts. Let's just see the notes to accounts. In notes to accounts, they have given different items under other expenses. So under other expenses, we have administration expenses, and then selling expenses, loss on sale of machinery. So with this information we are supposed to calculate operating ratio. So what is operating ratio, friends? What is the formula? Operating ratio is equal to cost of revenue from operations plus operating expenses divided by revenue from operations. So revenue from operations, denominator is clear. We already have revenue from operations as 16 lakhs. So regarding denominator we need not worry at all. We just have to compute the numerator. So for that we have, in numerator we have two items. First item is cost of revenue from operations. Let us find out how to calculate cost of revenue from operations. So we have purchases of stock in trade, and then we also have inventories. To that we need not add anything. Only these are direct costs. So if we add both of this, we will get the cost of revenue from operations. Yes. So cost of revenue from operations is purchases of stock in trade plus changes in inventory of stock in trade. So because it's a negative figure here, 25,000 is a negative figure, we have also reduced 25,000. We get the total cost of revenue from operations. And then we need to calculate the operating expenses. For calculating operating expenses, we have to add employee benefit expenses. And then finance cost, friends, just remember finance cost is not included in operating expenses. It is not an operating expense. It is a non-operating cost, or it is a non-operating expense. So please do not confuse finance cost into operating expenses. This will be ignored. And then depreciation amortization is of course an operating expense. So it has to be added. Next, under other expenses, we have administrative expenses. So yes, administrative expenses have to be added because it is relating to operations. And then selling expenses is also added because that is also related to operations. So under other expenses, only these two will be added. Loss on sale of machinery is not on account of operations. Friends, please note this point also. Loss on sale of machinery or profit on sale of machinery will not be added to operating expenses. So we are just adding the other expenses, and we have received the total of operating expenses, which is 3,21,000. Now we can find out operating ratio easily. Just add 9,35,000, 3,21,000 divided by revenue from operations, which is 16 lakh, into 100. We get the operating ratio, which is 78.5%. So with this problem is over. Let us move to the next problem. In the next problem, they have directly given us operating ratio. Okay, operating ratio is already given. It is 75%. and operating expenses is also given, it is 40,000 rupees. Revenue from operations is 5 lakh and revenue from operations return. See friends, what is this revenue from operations return? It is nothing but sales return. So sales returns is 20,000. They have asked us to calculate cost of revenue from operations. Alright. So what is the net revenue from operations? We can easily calculate revenue from operations minus revenue from operations return, that is sales minus sales return will give you the net sales. That is what they have done here. So sales minus sales returns, we get net sales as 4,80,000 rupees. And then for finding out cost of revenue from operations, in this formula operating ratio is given, net revenue from operations we have just now found out, and operating expenses is also directly given in the question. So the remaining thing that we have to find out is cost of revenue from operations. It is simple, right? We will just shuffle the formula. So cost of revenue from operations plus operating expenses is equal to operating ratio into net revenue from operations. When we substitute the given values into this formula, we get cost of revenue from operations is what we have to find out. So that will remain the same, plus 40,000 rupees is the operating expense, is equal to operating ratio is 75% or 75%, and what is the net revenue from operations? 4,80,000. So substituting, we get cost of revenue from operations, which is 3,20,000. With this problem is also over. So we'll move on to the next ratio.